Please welcome first making his walk to the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, Charly Lopez!
Joe O'Neill back here with you now. We have our penultimate fight of the evening, and it is our final BUI Celtic title fight. We have Charly Lopez from the Galician region in Spain versus Loughlinstown's own Glenn Byrne. This is for the BUI Celtic light middleweight title, formerly held by Daniel Sullivan, who we saw win the middleweight version there just about an hour ago. This is a very tough fight for Glenn Byrne. We're going to chat about it in a second. Yeah, Martin, as I said, it's a big step up for Glenn Byrne after a great start to his life in the pros, but this is a completely different proposition against a guy here who is so up there. And I've been doing my little bit of research on Charly Lopez, and he is dialed in for this fight. He's brought a couple of Spaniards over with him.
Yeah,
it's all he's thinking about the last couple of weeks. Like, normally when you sometimes get these opponents in, they don't really care, or maybe it's not that they don't care, but they're not as up for it, whereas this guy wants to win this belt. He's delighted to have a chance to fight for a title.
absolutely. I spoke to Kev just on the previous fight. As I was coming in here this evening, there was 5 or 6 Spaniards around me. I clearly heard the support Lopez, you know. So if brought any kind of fans here, it is a bit of an odd thing. So you're kind of going, he must think.
Here we go. Charly Lopez, 37 years old, from Spain. A very, very experienced kickboxer. He's unorthodox, he's aggressive, he's wild, and probably something that Glenn Byrne hasn't encountered yet. He's fought very regular opponents so far, very orthodox in the regular sort of journeyman mode, whereas Lopez is going to be swinging from all sorts of angles, and he is here to win.
Yeah, you know, Glenn Byrne he's fought a mix of journeymen who ask different questions of you. But as you've alluded to, Lopez being 37, is this last chance to win? Is this the last roll of the dice?
I was reading an interview with him in a Spanish newspaper actually, and he's talking about how he wins his title and he can move on and he wants to fight for the Spanish title. Like, this is his chance to mark himself out on his own local scene if he comes back with a belt.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, you've said he's a kickboxer as well. God knows any other disciplines you might get with. We've found Spaniards over the years come here and they've been multi-sport fighters, you know.
Yeah, never the most technical usually, but they're always hardy. And you see him there land a good left hook on Glenn Byrne, who's being forced to fight early as well. And as we were saying before we started recording, he can't really afford to get too dragged into a war, because he probably hasn't been in those waters yet, or at least don't be dragged into a war this early.
Absolutely. I mean, here Lopez corner beside us, just telling them to relax, you know, tranquilo. They must have a game plan here.
But I'm saying don't get dragged in. Glenn Byrne is putting in some lovely body work early. He's up for the challenge. He could make this, maybe he could make this easy for himself, but he's looking to dig in. That's his fast answer. This is a good work from Glenn.
To the body. Oh my. As we say, he gets one back. Lopez shows his own left hook to the body.
Ooh, that's a heavy shot there, yeah. Oh, that one stung there. Bit of a change in the face of Charly Lopez after that shot.
Yeah, I did on my research for Lopez. I watched the one fight that he actually has lost against Francis Morales a couple of years back. And for every second of that fight, he was dropped twice, eventually stopped. He was coming forward. There was no other gear, there was no other style. He was relentless.
And we know he's fit. He fought only 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Had a good, tough 6 rounds there a couple of weeks ago against a young lad. And
that's an advantage in and of itself, you know. You know, he probably took a couple of days off and he rolled straight back into this. It's just staying ready.
Pushing Glenburn back there. Some good body work in there for Charly Lopez.
Yeah, this hasn't been a feeling out first round at all.
And a nice right hand over the top as well, just chopping down on the left cheek of Glenn Byrne, who's needs to maybe sort of make get a bit more range here, but he does land a nice right hand to the guard. And a good uppercut.
Beautiful uppercut there. But Lopez fires straight back.
Oh, big right
hand.
Right on the bell. Now Jay Byrne in the corner, his elder brother and the promoter of tonight's event, just telling Glenn I think to calm down a little bit. And you can understand, well, like he maybe fought journeymen that haven't been the most ambitious.
Yeah.
And now this is like a red rank to a bull here. You have a guy who wants to fight, a guy who you think you're stronger than, you're better than.
Yeah.
He's coming to his city and he wants to fight back here.
Yeah.
And it's a big opportunity for Glenn Byrne. Like he's cheap support on a massive card here on his own. Like if you told us this 18 months ago, I don't think he'd be pinching himself.
He'd be blown away if he'd have said that, you know, November, December 2023 then made his debut. It's not 18 months, like you said. You just said 18 months ago to him, we're gonna have the zone and you're gonna fight for the title as a co-main event in the stadium. In a fight that you can win. I'd like to see a bit more boxing from Bourne this round.
That was one round that probably took about 4 rounds out of the tank, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You know, there's time. Time is on your side in these earlier rounds.
And Glenn does have a bit of a size advantage. He is the longer boxer here, he is the heavier boxer, the bigger boxer. So if he can keep it at range, he can make this easier for himself.
Yeah, he definitely can. And just to go back to that fight against Morales, where Lopez lost, it was as he was lunging in that he got caught on both occasions. So that, you know, you look for that counter.
It's good work, but he's caught again there with the left hook, Glenn, but he just needs to be careful when he's throwing. There, steps back out of range this time.
Yeah, I'd probably prefer if you just let Lopez come to him a little bit.
You don't have to go looking for him, exactly, yeah.
Absolutely, and he'll open himself up a little bit more. There'll be opportunities there when he's lunging in with those hooks. Beautiful right hook to the body from Glenn Bourne there.
Just talking from an Irish boxing point of view, tonight has been, like we've been on the JB scene since the start, and the improvement in some of these boxers in such a short amount of time, like Oisin Tracy.
Big right hand there from Lopez. Bourne seems to took it well. Oh yeah, massively. Oisin Tracy was quite impressive earlier on.
Glenn Byrne himself as well.
Oh yeah. You know, the matchmaking, I suppose, has been a part of it. They've got the journeyman with the right questions.
Oh, but a good left hand there. Charly Lopez is up for this, and he is building up a bit of a head of steam here. But good work from Glenn Byrne just to stop the flow of aggression coming from Lopez, because he had a extended period there, about 30-40 seconds, where he was landing big shots.
Yeah, and we saw at the start of the round, Glenn Byrne just keep him on the end of that long jab. Keep him on the jab, look for those right hooks to the body. He's landed a couple of them this round. And you'll see when he lunges in like that, that's when you'll catch him with the check hook.
I know that he is eating a couple of them. I don't think he's particularly hurt by them, but they are just a little bit of a warning sign, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Another nice right to the body. These are the shots that will hopefully slow Lopez down. I'm sure that's the game plan.
Burns trying to keep it long here. Oh, a nice sided body shot and another. Yeah, I think Lopez felt that one.
Yeah, he definitely did. For a nice catch hook there.
Yeah, he's looking for his moment here on the ropes as we come to the close of round 2.
I suppose as trivial as it might be, Joe, I find you know a guy has come to win when you look at the fight kit.
Yeah.
When they've got that nice boots, that good pair of shorts, you're like, this guy is here to look good and try to win this fight. We've seen opponents come in before in blank shorts, some of them in runners.
Yeah. And Lopez has, he's invested in, he has the matching hair, not never mind matching fight kit, the matching hair.
He's here thinking about the pictures with the belt at the end should he win. Watching the replay here, you know, there's a lot of solid shots landed in that round. Some nice jabs from them one. But Lopez counted on a couple of occasions with his own left hook.
I was listening to Glenn Byrne on Kev Burr's Rocky Road podcast, and he was describing how when you're in a title fight, the bit of extra confidence you get, and how his ticket sales have doubled as well, just the occasion. Like, lads want these big nights, and he is putting on a show so far. Maybe he could be making it a little bit easier for himself, but he is entertaining. You can't deny that.
Absolutely, and that plays on your mind as well. When you've sold that many tickets, you want to give the fans some value for their money.
Very good left hook there though from Charly Lopez, and I think Glenn Byrne did feel that one because he's tying up there momentarily.
But that in and of itself is, you know, a
good
skill
work.
he's developed over the last couple of months. You know, 18 months ago, he probably wouldn't have known to just tie up when you take a shot.
He landed his own couple of hooks there that momentarily stopped Lopez. But Lopez is back here. He's a wild man, just swinging away.
Yeah, and this is what I was speaking about earlier. These are when he will catch him when he jumps in.
Here we go there now though. Glenn Byrne has turned him into the corner and he's landing his own big shot. Big right hand.
Lopez
Both
fires
great
straight
shots.
back. Big short left hook there from Glenn Byrne. Lopez trying the uppercuts.
Yeah, the little uppercut in there. Byrne is quite wise in the shots as well, which is just worrying. Good physicality here. You can see the shape that Glenn Byrne is in. Again, on that podcast with Kev Byrne, he spoke about how up until about 2 years ago he was walking around about 96 kilos and he's now down about 70 and looks like he's cut out of stone and he'll need to be to come through. He is taking a lot of shots here. Maybe not the most damaging, but the accumulation is.
Yeah, a nice right hand, then followed by a right hook to the body. But yeah, I totally agree with you there. The conditioning is
So
paramount in these fights. Round 6, round 7, round 8. That's where those extra minutes on the treadmill or those extra mornings out running are going to pay dividends.
And especially when you're having body shots like that from Charly Lopez coming in and just sopping that extra couple of percent out of you. Byrne needs to get a bit busier. Lopez is working more.
Yeah, the volume is siding with Lopez here. Byrne has landed some beautiful right hooks to the body. Get back behind the jab a little bit now, I think. Some straight shots.
And that's a nice body shot there from Glenn Byrne. Oh, with a good right hand, cuffing. Sends Byrne back. This is a very tough fight.
The type of fight that you want when you're trying to win the title as well, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, left and right hand and another left. Byrne's in a bit of trouble here. He needs to work his way out of the corner.
Yeah, he needs to get out there and hold potentially.
But he comes back with big right hands. A lot of pride on show here.
Yeah, meeting fire with fire.
But the left hand just drops him back to the ropes. Byrne needs to make a bit of space here for himself. Let's see if we can hear what they're saying in the corner. looking a calm figure as well. Maybe just trying to calm things a little bit down for Glenn, because it's so easy, especially with all the fans there, with the occasion, and with an opponent like that. It is so easy to get dragged in.
Oh, it definitely is. And look, Jay won fought for this title himself back in 2018 against Paddy Gallagher.
Yeah.
He knows what it takes. He won the title as a lightweight. I believe he was the welterweight champion as well. So he knows what it takes to win these fights. He knows the importance of just staying a little bit calm when you're under pressure, you know.
Comfortable in the chaos.
Couldn't have put it better myself. You have to be comfortable in there taking those shots, but do what you can to not take too many.
I think we need to, or not we, beg your pardon. I think Glenn needs to take a little bit of wind out of Charly Lopez's sails, because he's had a good second and third round, the Spaniard.
Yeah.
You don't want to build up too much of a head of steam and give yourself too much of a mountain to climb in the second half of the fight.
Yeah, as basic as it sounds, if you can just lean back and throw those straight right hands, Lopez is lunging in. Just take that little half step back as Lopez comes forward and let the right hand go.
Every time you feel your back up against the ropes, pivot away.
Yeah. You don't want to get trapped there. This Spaniard leads you up on the ropes.
That's a good right hand.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about.
Spins the head round to Lopez. And yeah, you can hear Jay Byrne saying, lean on him, exactly, just tire Lopez out, because and I don't know if he'll be able to, because he seems a bit like a Duracell bunny, this Spaniard.
He does. You have to hope, being the older man, 37, potentially somewhere over the hill.
Good body shot there from Byrne. And a nice right hand. Lopez indicates it's behind the back of the head. I'm not sure about that myself.
Behind the glove. But he needs to get out of there.
That one maybe was supposed to be back of the head, yeah.
Potentially on that one. There was a bit of a swing.
Spanish corner beside us, very animated.
Yeah, very, very vocal. I think we have the Spanish Pascal Collins here.
This is better from Glenn Byrne in round 4.
Yeah, his corner, the Spanish corner, Charly Lopez to let his right hand go here. And there he is, he lets it go.
Nice little left hook and a good footwork there from Byrne. And a nice right hand to the body. Good.
Yeah, those small lessons on Duolingo, Joe, are helping me pick up some of the words here, you know, they're telling him to work on the inside, throw that right hand.
A left hook to the body is a dangerous shot as well. You just worry about Glenn Byrne when he slumps a little bit down into the ropes and he's going to open up the target there.
Yeah, you want to keep it as tight as possible here. You know,
nice right hand, but a good left hand from Charly Lopez there.
Yeah, it was almost a catch left hook there. A lot of energy being exerted by both men in there.
And we're only halfway through. Glenn has never been beyond 6. But as we were saying, he's in probably the shape of his life for this fight. How do you have it scored at this stage? Just with the last shot that landed there, put that round up for a decision. I was leaning towards Glenn Byrne in round 4, but
yeah, I probably would give him that over to getting the 4s. 2 and 3 were.
I think they were Lopez rounds, to be honest. Yeah.
Potentially Lopez round. You might be able to make a case for round 2, but the pressure from Lopez has been immense.
Plenty more to go in this fight. Byrne looks quite tired in the corner. Big, heavy, deep breath in, but you can't doubt his heart.
Yeah, you'd like to see just a little bit of spitefulness now coming into the fifth round, the second half of the fight.
Good work so far from Lopez, who forces Byrne back to the ropes.
Yeah, I don't know, are the ropes a little bit loose?
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be folding over there to the right side. Nice right hand around the gloves there, but
good pivot away there.
Nice use of the shoulder to land that straight right then. He kind of made that little bit of space.
Good work off the ropes there from Glenn and Byrne through. Lopez is going, the man going forward, but Byrne's dealing with it okay.
Yeah, Lopez is trying to find a spot for that wild right hook that he's throwing. He keeps edging that way. You see him, he's moving to his right. He's looking to let it go.
Little poke of the body, drop of the hands there from Byrne. So we just get clipped with a left hook.
Yeah.
And a right hand to the body. Trying to push his way out. Backing up there. He just about escapes unscathed there. And he comes back with a right hand to the body. Good response from Glenn Byrne.
Yeah, it's wild from Lopez, but you have to be very careful. There's power behind those shots.
He's thrown with his whole body, yeah.
Yeah, that's, see right there, that's where Byrne needs to just move off the ropes. That's where you need to see here, just bang, flick the jab out, get off the ropes. It'll force Lopez to have to reset.
Nice double jab followed by a right hand to the body, but Lopez undercard straight back out. And he catches Byrne going back in a straight line, unfortunately.
Nice left hook as well.
Uppercut from Glenn Byrne. But a right hand there, that was a heavy shot from
And a
Charly
nice
Lopez.
shot to the body there from Byrne, and he snuck that one in.
Jay Byrne in the corner just urging his brother to take a deep breath and calm down.
Yeah, we're into the final minute of this round, you know.
Hard though when you're under the lights.
Oh, exceptionally hard. You're trying to manage the fight, you're trying to manage every round. You know, no, I don't think there's ever a 100% accurate game plan. You can't go in and know exactly how you'll manage the round.
Everyone's got a plan, yeah.
Even your body, you know, you can be doing 12 rounds in the gym in the spars.
Good left hook to the body there from Lopez, but Byrne responds with a right hand of his own.
Yeah, and he's got out of there, he's straight back attacking.
That right hand to the body, that is a quite obvious tactic, and hopefully it's for Byrne's sake, it pays dividends in 6, 7 and 8.
He's landed it dozens of times now though, and Lopez,
Yet, yeah.
he hasn't slowed down to the level you would expect.
And Lopez looks more relaxed fighter in the corner. He doesn't seem to be as breathing as heavy as Byrne, who is having to come through a big fire here.
Yeah, an element of that might be, with no disrespect to Lopez, he's not as technical.
Yeah.
He's not as tense, I don't think. You know, he's not trying to lock up the guard and let the educated shots go. He's just letting the hands fly.
Intense. Now we go into the 6th.
Yeah, but we saw in the Loon Casey fight, you know, the final round for Loon, he just got that second win and he was exhilarating. You'd be hoping to see a second win here for both fighters.
Good right hand from Byrne to start the round, and he pivots away.
And a nice straight right to the body there as well.
A nice little uppercut as well. This is a good start from Glenn Byrne.
Yeah, nice uppercut followed by a jab.
Caught that left hook largely on the glove, but it still sent him reeling backwards.
Yeah, so Lopez getting a small bit wild now, and this is where you need to look for those counter shots.
Big right hand again, caught in the glove, but the corner Lopez are calling their man in.
Yeah, they're telling them to just keep coming forward, and I think that was the game plan. Just go forward and throw those right hands and put immense pressure on Bourne.
Oh, big right hand there from Lopez as they trade. Byrne felt that one. He's going to need a response here. He goes to his favourite shot, right hand at the body. It's been there for him all night.
Yeah, I've lost count of how many times he's landed that shot now.
With a left hook to the body from Lopez, his shot. And he sinks that one in as Byrne sits on the ropes.
And again with that right. The sitting on the ropes, just I'd like to see a little less of that.
You don't want to give judges any sort of excuse to score against you. They might not view that too kindly.
Yeah, and you're just giving Lopez opportunities, even to hit your gloves and hit your arms, just zap a little bit of energy. But obviously that's easier said than done.
Of course, especially when you have a crazy Spaniard in front of you.
Yeah.
Good left hand there from Lopez, and Byrne is just his knees buckle a little bit there.
Yeah, leaned a little bit too long on the ropes, and
again was open to a couple of shots, and here we go again. Is Lopez making a big dent here? This is a big attack here. Another left hook to the body.
Little bit of holding.
Byrne uses a bit of experience there. Lopez is looking to do big damage here. I think he thinks he can score a knockdown or even a stoppage.
Look, there's no shame in spoiling a little bit when you need a little bit of a breather.
Another right hand there. Byrne moves to the next set of ropes. And then again he's going rope to rope as the hooks come in.
Relentless from
And a big left hook
from
now.
Lopez.
Left hook to the body made Byrne, but a great response.
Big right hand from Bourne. Another right hand there, a little short one.
Lopez has expended a lot of energy over the last minute or so, and this something of a win for Byrne just to get through that. And
yeah,
it's a bit of a mental sort of kick.
Both of these men will be looking at you, they're thinking, how are you still here?
Throw everything at you. Yeah, Lopez maybe not as clean, but definitely with more frequency. Byrne, some lovely right hands to the body,
yeah,
but Lopez just keeps walking through them. As we move into the 7th round, the first time in the 7th round for Glenn Byrne. But I think even stats like that don't make sense when you consider the 6th round that just happened.
Yeah,
he was in the 7th round and he was in the 3rd round, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. We're going into round 15, it feels like. Even like Lopez absorbing those body shots, are they going to pay off now? He's took a lot of them.
Yeah, and Lopez is looking to starting to breathe a bit heavier there in the corner.
Yeah. But we saw the Spaniard fighters divide logic down here before.
Obviously we're on different levels here, but we at the Jamie Conlon Jr. Granados fight, and after Granados' big attack, he was actually, the last couple of rounds that were actually quite nice for Jamie. He boxed really well, and I think I think Granados sort of used up all his energy and power there, and you'd have to hope for, from Glenn Byrne's perspective anyway, that
something similar has happened. Yeah, that would be nearly 10 years now, I believe. That would have been about 2015.
Oh God, don't make me feel old.
Nice start from Glenn Byrne with just some straights and some jabs, you know, little 1-2.
Centre ring, yeah.
Yeah, you see, there's that recklessness I spoke about earlier, and that's where you're going to counter him. That's how he suffered the one defeat that he has. He lunged in with some shots like that, and he got caught with a straight right.
It's also exhausting as well, throwing a punch that doesn't land anywhere.
Yeah, you're punching there. Even mentally, it's taking a lot out of you.
Byrne just nods there. Another right hand to the body. Lopez has slowed down a little bit in this round.
Yeah,
Byrne hasn't been pushed to the ropes just yet.
That heavy breathing in between the rounds there.
Nice side and left hook to the body from Byrne, and a shot upstairs, but he is forced back to the ropes now by Lopez. But there isn't the same energy and activity from him. Byrne's now the man pushing Lopez back.
Yeah, but Lopez is still letting his hands fly. I think it's muscle memory at this point now. It's just relentless pressure.
Good jab there from Lopez. And a nice left hook to the body as Byrne slumps down to the ropes again, but manages to stay on his feet. Comes back with the right hand upstairs as ricochets off the shoulder, and a right hand to the head.
You'd wonder how Lopez would cope with being played at his own game as well, if Bourne has the energy to push him back.
It's Lopez now looking to tie up as Byrne pushes him off. But he comes straight back, marching forward.
He does land.
On the right hand there, lands from Lopez as he pushes Byrne to the ropes. Left hook downstairs, Byrne spins, gets Lopez into the corner.
Needs to let the hands
Needs
go
to let the
here.
hands go, yes. A warning from referee Porter, octagon. Byrne for use of the head. Lopez stabs in with a jab. On the left hand.
Yeah, you'd wonder if that right to the body would have a bigger effect now if it was to be landed by Bourne. But Lopez looking slightly more tired.
Yeah, he's looking very ragged now, Lopez, but he is still having success. Byrne tries to sneak in the right hand, but he gets caught upstairs. Oh, good left hook and a right hand. Huge shot from Glenn Byrne. They trade. Byrne again with the left hand.
He clipped the chin there with that left hook, I think. It was a great finish to the round.
That's exactly what Byrne needs going into the final round, because I haven't been scoring this round by round, but you get the impression he could be down.
It's definitely tight. You know, we've 7 gone there, 4-3 either way. I'm not sure if anyone would argue.
Here we go. Jay Byrne just shaking the legs of Glenn, trying to wake him up as he goes into the final round. Both fighters exhausted. We have 3 more minutes of carnage here. It's going to be messy. It's going to be wild. It could also end this round as well after a very good finish in 7th from Glenn Byrne. He needs something big here.
Yeah, I think both corners are going to be telling the fighters that exact thing. They're going to be saying you need to go out here and stamp your authority on this final round.
Big chair goes up.
Look at the passion from the Spanish corner. We already know the passion and desire in the Bourne corner. We know how much he wants this. We've listened to his interviews over the last week or 2.
He never believed he'd be on this stage, and here is his chance now.
He spoke about finding that little bit more in title fights or expecting to. This is where he needs to do it.
Both fighters trading, lancing jabs. Nice right hand to the body by Byrne, and then upstairs with a left hook. And right to the body again, but it's a stabbing shot downstairs that forces Byrne back just for a second.
There's that right hook to the body again from Glenn Bourne. But Lopez just marches forward. Nice right hand from Glenn Bourne.
Right hand caught on the arm from Byrne. And nice stabbing right hand to the body. That's forward, and a left hook upstairs, partially cuffed. Here comes Lopez.
That right again, partially blocked by Lopez.
Big, long, wide left hook. Glenn Byrne with a shorter left hook inside.
We hear the Lopez corner telling them now.
Left hook upstairs by Glenn Byrne.
Another
left hook by
beautiful left hook from Glenn Bourne.
A couple of inches down, and that was right in the point of the chin. They reset. Lopez straight on again, pushing it back. Jay Byrne roaring in the corner for Glenn. Left uppercut to the body. And a right hand. Oh, that wobbled. Lopez just slightly, but Lopez comes back. Winning in left hook. Spanish corner going crazy beside us there. Right hand to the body.
The body by Lopez.
Yeah, that takes a bit of wind in the sails.
Bourne catches him with a nice left hook. We have a minute left in this round.
The great activity is coming from Lopez though. He landed a couple of left hooks there on the ropes. And he pushes Glenn Byrne here back now. But Glenn Byrne did something big. Right hand comes through.
Yeah.
Oh, left hook there as well. Maybe a shot just behind the head as he ducks. Octagon separates the pair. Byrne circles, he's come back for another attack.
Left hook upstairs. There's been a couple of them this round.
Oh, but a left hook from Lopez. Wobbles. Byrne followed by a right hand. Byrne forces him back. Exhausted the pair clinch. 20 seconds to go. Lopez still going forward.
20 seconds here and both men have left it all in the ring.
Right hand. Here comes Lopez again. The Byrne swings with him. Drives each other to the ropes. And we got this. What a fight. Lopez thinks he's got it.
That was an excellent fight right there.
Well done, both lads. That is exactly what we were hoping for. An absolute war between Glenn Byrne of Dublin-Irlanda and Charly Lopez of Galicia. What a cracking scrap.
I'm going to throw it out there right now. I would love to see Lopez against Daniel O'Sullivan.
Oh God, yeah. What a fight. Bring him back, Jay, bring him back. Everyone seems very, very happy here. Both corners think they've won. And don't forget, we still have the main event to come. Declan Garrity versus Irish welterweight champion Senan Kelly. First defence of the title for Kelly, which he won last October. And if it's anything like the fight we've had so far this evening, it's gonna be an absolute barnstormer.
Yeah, I look forward to that one more than I can even describe. I think the late rounds of that one, and you have to remember that that's 10. You know, look at how tired the guys have been in the 8 here. There's 2 more after that. Yeah, when saying that, we have 2 much more seasoned fighters there.
Here we go. Is there a bit of tabulation going on the scorecards? A lot of chat on the BUI table as they're adding up the scores.
Yeah, our MC Paul around over there, and I think he's just getting confirmation. We don't want any errors here.
I never like it when it takes a long time.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Here we go, Paul Brown is in the ring with the result.
Ladies and gentlemen, what about that for 8 rounds of action? Please show your appreciation for both of your co-main event fighters. After 8 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for decision. Judge Colin Byrne scores his bout 77-75 Lopez. Judge Emil Teed scores his bout 79-74 Byrne. And Judge David Irving scores his bout 76-76. We have a split draw.
We had a feeling there was something up, but it was taking a long time to get scorecards, and we have a split draw here. 2-round win for Lopez on one card, 5-round win for Byrne on another, and a 76-76 draw. I think the 79-74 was a very wide card.
Yeah, definitely. I don't disagree with George Gorman, but the fight going in the way. I always wonder how the 3 people see a fight so differently.
Yeah, so it wasn't like it was one round either way on the other card. The 79-74 is an awkward 76-76 draw. Rematch, I'd watch a rematch again.
Oh,
There's definitely a lot
absolutely.
for Byrne, especially for their draw.
We see Lopez now dancing, he's enjoying this moment.
And in fairness, I think the people here appreciated him. He was an honest fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit technically limited, but he really put it all into it and gave Glenn Byrne an almighty fight. Spaniards are loving it.
And I think he might know as well. There's a possibility of a rematch. This won't be the last time we'll be here.
Everyone today has really outfought themselves on the zone platform, and yeah, hopefully with many future nights there in the National Stadium. But you hear it, it's 3-car line. We're coming up to the main event. We will have Seth Kelly versus Declan Garrity up here very, very shortly. Paul Brown is ready to make the introductions.